Okay, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 routines to help you sleep more deeply and to improve your sleep. So, enjoy. So, today I thought I would share with you some routines, some practices that you can do to help you to improve your sleep. Maybe you're not sleeping that well, or you hardly sleep at all. And these routines will really help you to improve your sleep. In a moment I'll talk about going into that more detail. But before I do, I just wanted to share with you about a course that I'm putting together. It is an online workshop that will be held over 3 sessions, and it will be about how to improve and deepen your sleep. And the sessions will happen every 2 weeks, and in between times I'm going to be giving you exercises and practices and techniques for really helping your sleep hygiene, to help you to be able to sleep more deeply and to really improve your sleep and therefore your life. So if you do want to hear more about this, then please do go to my website below, which is piers-.com, and if you go to the newsletter, if you sign up, then I'll send out some details in the next week or so. If you're watching this after the fact, you can go to my website and still watch that workshop, the recorded videos. Okay. So today I'm going to be sharing 5 routines to really help you sleep more deeply. And I will go into more depth about these on these workshops. The first of which is starting in a couple of weeks' time, in middle of March. So the first thing to be aware of is, and the routine is about meditating. I've been working with a client recently who's been having insomnia for most of his life and really poor sleep. And I've asked him, I've taught him a meditation practice that in just a few weeks he started to sleep, and he's like, it's amazing. The shifts by, I've taught him other practices, and yet the meditation one is the main one I've been teaching him, and he's found a huge difference to his sleeping. And there's been scientific studies recently, whether it was Harvard, I'm not sure, basically showing that when insomniacs have come and for 8 weeks they've done meditation in the morning, and I believe in the evening as well, and within 8 weeks they no longer consider themselves to be insomniacs. So we can change, we can shift our sleeping patterns very quickly, and I've seen this just in a few weeks with one of my one-to-one clients. So the second thing I like to share with my clients and in my workshops is about the Twilight Hour. So the Twilight Hour is, if you are going to go to bed at, say, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, then an hour before you set that time aside where you turn your phones off, your computers off, you maybe read a book, you dim the lights, maybe take a bath. If you're going to have a conversation with your partner, let it be very gentle, not about some difficult subject. You allow that time to really start to relax and turn off the stimulations of day-to-day life, so that at 10, 11 o'clock when you're ready for bed, then you are really ready for it. So that's the second thing I recommend, the routine, is to have a Twilight Hour. The third routine is to do with eating early and eating light. I noticed that a lot of us, we have a light lunch, a light breakfast, and we have a heavy meal before going to bed. And what happens is, oftentimes in the night, we can be woken by indigestion or the body digesting food. And what I have found, I spent 3.5 years fasting from midday through till 7 o'clock in the morning while I was a monastic, and I found that my sleep was generally pretty good during that time. And therefore I would recommend that you start to eat well at breakfast, well at lunch, and then have a light supper. and have a supper about, say, 6 o'clock if you're intending to go to bed 9, 10 o'clock. It gives you a few hours for the body to start to digest. And some of the things I recommend are things like steamed vegetables, salad, keeping it very light, and something small, and that will really make a difference to your sleeping as well. So the fourth routine I recommend is about tidying your bedroom. I have found myself that when we have a messy bedroom, then it's not as easy to sleep. We're kind of distracted, and what I found is that if we make our beds, we tidy the books away, we keep the space for sleeping just for that. So for example, not having electronic equipment in there, not having mobiles, getting an alarm clock which is not your mobile phone, and therefore having that space just for sleeping and intimacy. So it's having that space in your bedroom just for those things. And it's like, then the body, when it enters into that space, it knows that, this is a time to relax, a time for rejuvenation, rather than a time for work or stimulation. So learning to change that around. So that's the fourth thing. And the fifth routine for improving sleep is to do with going to bed early. I've heard it said that the hours before midnight are like gold dust when it comes to sleep. The more you sleep or get sleep before midnight, then the more that kind of nourishes you. So I really recommend, if you can get to bed at 10 o'clock, that's great. And then I recommend, say 6 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock, getting up and having a morning practice. So I'll put this on the end of this video that you can watch about a morning routine, some of the keys to having a good morning routine. And it's really important, even if you've not slept well, to still get up at 6, 5 o'clock. Because then when you come to sleeping the next night, you'll be tired. And 10 o'clock, you'll be ready to go to sleep. So those are the 5 points, so I'll just go over them again. So first one is meditate, morning and evening. Second is the twilight hour. Third is eating early and light. The fourth one is tidying your bedroom and keeping it for sleeping and connecting to your partner only. And the fifth one is going to bed early. So, like I said, if you would like to learn more about this course, this sleeping course that I'm putting together, or you'd like to receive some one-to-one coaching for helping you to sleep better, then please do contact me at piers-cross.com, and or also join up to my newsletter, and I will tell you about that in the next week or so. So have an amazing sleep tonight, and please do leave comments below, any practices or things that you found to be helpful, or maybe you've tried this and it's really worked, and please do go, that worked for me. So many blessings to you. Have an amazing day.